This is CashColorCannabis, a high level of conversation on LivehiphopDaily.tv, sponsored by Peak Relief. And I got my guest in the building, the legend himself, Fabo! Oh! Hey, I had to do that. He's done did it 3 times already. Like, can I get a scream in real quick?
It's a natural reaction.
We gonna see why that's a natural reaction in a second, brother. I appreciate you coming through tonight, man. I really do, man. You was always on my bucket list of people to get on this podcast, so it's dope to finally have you on here.
Man, thanks for having me, man. Definitely.
No doubt, man.
That means a lot.
No doubt, man. So let's get into it, man. Because one thing I always wanted to know is how you got involved in music in the first place. Like, when did you realize that that was gonna be life for you?
Oh, I mean, shoot, man. I'm black. Man, it's hymns everywhere. You know, that's all you hear. That's how you go to sleep when you love. You know, that's how you confident after one of those ass whippings.
Let me tell you, I was about to say, sometimes you get an ass whipping and be in rhythm. You know what I'm saying?
Did not tell your motherfucker.
It be to a beat.
Nah, man, I just think music is always there. You know, mama always playing the radio. My mom was one of those people who, you know, probably was running after the Jacksons and all of that. So, you know, she one of them type, you feel what I'm saying? Mom cool as shit right now. You feel what I'm saying? What's happening there? Yeah, man, but I think it was always there. You know, so, 6, 7 or whatever, mom got me downstairs singing for the company and stuff like that, so yeah.
Oh, damn, you was that dude too, man.
Yeah,
Come down here and sing for everybody.
Well, get your head down here and sing my damn song. I'm so in love with you. Whatever you.
That's what's up. So you basically, you've had talent in your whole life. You know what I'm saying, one way or another.
You know, talent just in the family.
Yeah.
You know, everybody. You got a song or two in them.
That's what's up, bro. So what part of, you grew up on the west side?
I'm from Bankhead.
From Bankhead.
I was born in Bankhead on the sofa. The truck outside called the ambulance because my mama didn't have no phone. I came too early. I couldn't wait to get here. I couldn't wait to get here. I had something to say.
What was it like growing up in Bankhead?
Hey, man, it was, basically like it was in every other hood. You know, you got your same every day. I like to say this right here. I mean, it's dealing with a whole bunch of people who got PTSD. You lock your room you lock yourself in a room with a whole bunch of people who got PTSD that been in Iraq or Afghanistan. Boom, there you go.
Yeah,
that's life coming up in Bankhead.
Yeah, man. Well, I guess definitely it was a wild era. It spawned some wild music like Kilo Ali. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
like it spawned that.
Dude, Kilo when I was coming up was God.
Yeah.
Like literally.
That was what I was about to ask you, like, especially growing up in Bankhead and knowing Bone Homes and all that, man. What was it like seeing somebody like Kilo Ali kind of spring out from the neighborhood?
I used to see Kilo a lot too. Early in the mornings.
I bet you. This nigga here.
This man out the chain. Jumping out the Cadillac like this. Where I put my keys. Nah, Kilo hood legend, man. Always around, you know. You always seeing Kilo, so yeah, man, he dope dude.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. So I know again, watching somebody like Kilo definitely would have inspired me as far as the music side. Eventually, you did click up with some guys who were for the music. You know what I'm saying with Mook and Shawty Low and all.
I was with Raheem the Dream first.
Really?
Yeah, I was definitely with Raheem the Dream first. Me and Dro used to have these battles up in Etheridge or whatever.
So you and Young Dro?
Yeah, me and Young Dro. Dro, he got a lot of roots in Bankhead. I seen Dro a lot. So when I first started out or whatever, you know, they used to always be telling me, yo, it's the dude Dro, we can call him Dro, we call him DeJuan. This dude DeJuan, he over there, man, you know, he fire, man, you know what I mean? He the one you need to battle. So when we start having these battles back to back, they'll say he won, I won, but we went to Raheem together. And, you know, it's crazy, you know, that I'm thinking about it now because Raheem used to always be telling us, man, you need to do a girl song, but me and Dro was in there, I'm gonna kill the whole world. Everybody gonna get it. So my mom gonna whoop your city. Well, then we didn't want to hear it, you know, we was just shot out and, you know, I was in and out of jail, I ain't care. And, you know, I had to walk up to Raheem and just give him a hug one day and was like, yo, dude, I can't believe I came up off of Laffy Taffy. You've been telling me this the whole time. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
So he was right the whole time, man. We was just hard-headed. So, yeah, you know, that's where it started at.
So, wait, so you and Dro used to go back and forth on the battles. That's crazy.
We used to have some mean battles on the porch, dude. I won.
Bro, I bet you would. Yo, let me tell you something, though. We for the last couple of weeks, we've actually been debating the Atlanta top 50 list that my man Nick Love put together. Matter of fact, we had Nick Love on last week.
Yeah.
And we were talking about how much...
You mean the Nick Love that put me at 50 on the bottom of that list?
Damn, Nick! Damn, Nick! Yeah.
I was like, wow.
Yeah. Nick really don't get how far that list went.
I just feel like, you know, I'm going to take a shot at Nick right here. You know, the people who make the list can't really make the list, so you feel what I'm saying? You know,
well,
don't let that go over your head.
Yeah, I mean, well, Nick don't rap. You know what I'm saying? You gotta give him that problem.
Was basically
yeah, Nick don't rap, so
I mean, it's always somebody who's sitting around that they don't have any input.
But
you know
my thing was this: I feel like Dro should really be a lot higher. Like we don't give Dro half the price.
I still didn't finish giving you my input.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, but you being number 50. Go ahead, sir.
I didn't want to be on the list per se because I'm basically on a list all by myself. You can't find one dude out of that whole top 50 that can literally stand next to me on a overall level. You understand what I'm saying? And if you go all the way back to the Type of Life training camp, ain't nowhere in the hell you can say lyrically. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, put me on the list by myself. Just have your top 50, then you have that nigga Fabo who shot the fuck out. He different. I mean, if I really have to make my case, you know, the word geek alone, you know, should have put me everywhere because, you know, I inserted my word into the English language. I mean, basically, the way I said it, when I said it, how I said it.
He turned it to a verb.
No. Actually, it's a person, place, or thing.
Oh, my bad. My fault.
That's a noun.
Fabo!
I mean, you find every album that's been out since I came out has literally said word for word what I was saying.
Yeah.
And then you can go to the club in Atlanta at 12 o'clock and Geeked Up come on and everybody in the club singing it word for word. So, Nick Love, thank you for your 50.
Well, we feel like, I mean, definitely, okay, well, you got your argument, bro. My man Fabo deserves his own list.
That nigga scared of Nick Love.
I think motherfucking DeJuan Howard. I think
said DeJuan Howard.
Yeah, I was DeJuan Howard. Shit, I think Dro should have been top 5. Honestly, we had this debate last week with Nate.
I ain't even really gonna debate the list because you know I just say, okay, you gonna start something right here. What if we just say, like I said, I was born in Bankhead on the sofa. Birth certificate said 3509 Maynard Court. So if you weren't born from zone 1 to zone 6, that you obsolete on the list. So that's basically half the list gotta go. If you weren't born from zone 1 to zone 6, you're not from Atlanta. I don't care if your mama didn't have you in that city limit, you're not from Atlanta. And if you're not claiming the city where you're from, you absolutely robbing the people where you're from of an opportunity because if it was hard for you to get out of that place, how hard are you making it for them? Okay, we through. Let's go to the next
Let's go to you briefly spoke about it, you know what I'm saying? When you talked about Geeked Up and you talked about how that's a whole word now that people use almost from song to song to song, your level as far as being a pioneer and being a trendsetter in the game has been known, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you feel like that's something that hasn't been projected as much, though? You know what I'm saying? That when we do run down the lanes of trendsetters in the game, we don't really think about the boy Fabo.
I never think of it like that or whatever. You know, when you out here trying to do it or whatever, you basically, you doing it to eat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I never think about it as, you know, somebody else gonna take this formula and run with it or whatever. It's just, this is my life. This is how I'm living. You know, this is what I'm doing every day. So, you know, I guess somebody else can just relate. So that's dope. I just think that's dope, period. So, you know, whether they recognize you for it or not, you know, when you see it, you believe it.
Word, man. So talk to us how D4L formed. Like, how did the collective come together, man, initially?
Oh, man, I mean, basically just being at the pool palace. You know, man, them dudes are having battles, you know, on the mic. Moopy used to do these West Side wins where he'll get up on the stage and here's Moopy. No, I'm just playing. Shout out to Moopy. But yeah, it was dope, man. You had people like K-Rab in there every week. He'll come with the whole Camerton Road, that Sandtown clique, and they'll be in there deep. You had the Party Like a Rock Star dudes, the Shop Boys in there all the time or whatever. You had so many different fashions. The Baker Road clique. You had the Young Money clique from Bankhead. If I had to say, it was like, you know, the Cadillac Records type of thing, one of those places, you know, where everybody come up at. And D4L was just a part of that. Shawty Low, R.I.P. Shawty Low, my motherfucking brother. He was the one that just brought it together, man. You know, just always being there, you know, keeping everybody on point or whatever. And, you know, it just came together. Everybody didn't even hang together. You know, it's just his clique. You know, Stunt had his little thing going on or whatever, but they was together. Word. But when I came with Low, it turned into a thing. You know, I started hanging with Low. He started coming picking me up or whatever, introduced me to these guys, and the rest is history. You know, it's kind of clicked.
Laffy Taffy, man.
Oh!
Laffy
I'm
Taffy.
looking for Mrs. Bubblegum. I miss the jiggle stick.
Laffy Taffy. That record took off and went around the world 5, 6, 7 times, man.
13 times.
When y'all first, but when you first heard it, did you think it was gonna be that big of a record?
Nah, man. It was just a record. I was with some scripper or whatever, we was having fun, and the song just came out. I mean, that's how it happens, I guess. You know, you just be in that mood or whatever.
Yeah, like organically, like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like I hear often how people be like, "Yeah, I never even thought that was gonna be a hit record." Just before you know it, you know, you woke up.
I mean, you run into so many people that be like, "Yo, I ain't like that song at first or whatever," you know.
Yeah.
But then it grew on me because my girl was listening to it. I was like, damn, it was for her the whole time. What the fuck you listening to it for anyway? I never got that from niggas, you know what I mean? But, you know, that's how I knew the song was hot.
But you know, I knew it was hot the same way because it's like when I used to before even when I was when I was just doing my journalism thing, I'd be interviewing cast and I'd be like, yo, so how you feel about the rap scene? First thing they want to tell you is, well, we ain't like that snap rap, we ain't like this like that. I'm like, but this is the shit that's rocking, bro.
We never called it snap down here.
Okay.
We look at that as a derogatory term, you know. I mean, because they heard the snaps in the music or whatever, and you got people like Lil Jon who came out and said, you know, snap your fingers. I think that was the only song that actually said something about snaps. And he went at the Pool Palace, so, you know, I wouldn't have credited that to the movement. But, you know, we always call it geek music. That's what I was saying, is just go back to what I was saying, the geek. You know, everybody geeking. You geeking on this. I ain't hear Pee Wee Longway saying we snapping and freaking and snapping and freaking.
Geeking and freaking.
You know what I mean? So it's always been the geek, you know, because he wasn't there either. You know, he came about 7, 8 years later. So that was a direct influence of the Pool Palace too. So and we didn't call it snap music, we called it geek music.
Yeah. Okay, that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Well, y'all did you took it far, because clearly, you know, at that time, and you probably knew too, as big as the song was, there were people who were heavy critics of it.
Yeah.
As if it was like something like the worst thing they ever heard. And I'm like, nah, like these dudes are putting out hits. You know what I'm saying?
You
Like,
gotta
and they
look
make
at it
people
like
move.
this though. These same people, you know, who criticizing the songs, these are the same people who you don't know their phone numbers to call when you need to pay your rent. You know, it's like, if I could have called you, you know, on your phone when my rent needed to be paid, and I'm walking a mile up to this talent show just to win $100, like, I would have called you. I would have never made this damn song. I could call you all the time. Yo, the rent due. You gonna pay it, you know?
That ain't the case.
If I was thinking about how you felt, you know, maybe I would have took that into consideration, but I wasn't, so fuck it, you know? That was basically how I felt the whole run. And yeah, you see the critics out there, you hear them, or whatever, but you can't let that, you know, stop you from your quest. I guess that's why, you know, we're so relevant still to this day, you know. And like I said, R.I.P. Shawty Low, you know, he came back even after that whole, all of that stigma, you know, won a BET award for what he had accomplished. And, you know, that just goes to show, you know, just never give up.
Yeah, man. And speaking about your brother Shawty Low, man, that's another A-Town legend, man, who gave us a lot that people kind of ran with. You know what I'm saying? What do you feel like Shawty Low's legacy is to Atlanta as far as the contribution he's given?
Blueprint, formula.
Okay.
Bottom line, blueprint, formula to all of it. You know, I credit people, your Jesus and your T.I.s for coming along and raising awareness, but I give Gucci and Shawty Low them that they came and gave you the blueprint, the formula, and then now you see the schoolies, you see the, you know, all the Lakeys and the thugs, and you see all these cats out here using that same formula to get money. Yeah. So.
Yeah. That's what's up. What's your favorite memory of Shawty?
Oh, man, every day. Every day Shawty. He was always the same. He gonna give it to you straight. That's the everyday memory.
Word.
Yeah.
Word, man. You know, during the whole run, as far as with D4L, you did kind of you kind of sped off on your own a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I looked up, it was almost like, you know, you had your own solo shot, especially with Geeked Up. Speak to us about your run as far as a solo act. Was that something that was on purpose, or was that something else that kind of just happened overnight, you know?
Oh, I mean, you always, you know, when you're in these situations or whatever, you always want to see what you can do on your own, you know what I mean? So, you know, I guess that was my experience, but I think with my solo situation or whatever, I wanted them to put the Geeked Up song out, which that song still don't have a video right to the date. Doesn't have a video for all of you people who's educated. Yeah, and I mean, I think that was my rebellion. I went through the Chitlin circuit. I hooked up with a lot of promoters or whatever, and I was like, yo, trying to get them to do a video to the song. So that's why everybody basically know the song, you know what I mean? The song on number 7 on D4L album too, if you haven't heard that. Scotty, beam me up. Yeah, man, and I think that's how Scotty got out there initially, and it caught fire like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was on the road, man. I was performing it. I had to show people this song was dope.
That's what's up. You know, sometimes, well, it's not even sometimes. You got to take stuff. You got to take initiative in your own hands, especially in the music industry.
Yeah, you got to believe in yourself. Period. And I have the utmost utmost confidence in myself. Nah, man, I just felt like, you know, once people heard it or whatever, they share their experience. I was just saying to somebody who was in here, and, you know, that one-time experience was crazy or whatever. So many people can relate to it. Yes, definitely can relate to it, you know.
When you listen to music now, how many times, do you hear any artists who kind of remind you of yourself?
No.
He's like, next question. I just know flat out. So, do you listen to any new acts?
Yeah, I listen to everything you listen to. I know every song that come on the radio. I know every song come on in the club singing word for word. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what's up.
Do you feel? Do you hear any records that you be like, yo, I kind of want to get on this, or you know, this is a cat I would want to rock with?
Oh, I mean, you hear that every day. You know, I listen to. I wanted to get on Old Country Road. I'm just being straight up.
Well, I can hear this now too in my head. Like,
Take my horse to the Old Town Road. Nah, man. You always hear stuff you want to jump on, man. You know, definitely.
Yeah. Has there anybody you haven't collaborated with yet that you feel like you want to work with?
I mean, let's do it.
Word.
You know, I love me and $2. Stop $2. Stop, Fabo.
I need to hear you in Future again, man. Yo, Future, what was Future first mixtape, man? I remember you was on that joint, man. We need to get you in Future back then.
Yeah, man, Future a good dude, man. You know, I'm definitely trying to get something done with Future too.
Yeah.
Oh, we not trying. We're gonna definitely make that happen.
Man, you got to bring Jeezy on that trip too.
Yeah, man. And while I'm here on the radio show, you know, we're gonna make a plea to everybody who out there, whatever, you know, get on Jeezy timeline on it right now and just tell them, hey, man, let's do this Scotty video, man, just for the culture, man. Let's do it anyway.
You know what? And it's crazy that you said that the video never happened. Why did the video never happen?
We was all doing something else. Scotty I think Tatted Up had came out by that time.
That's another record, boy.
Shuffle had came out by that time, so it was just like, just kind of got lost in the shuffle.
Bro, Tatted Up, another record. We was playing that right before you came in there, man. That's another one on the record.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Tatted Up is the one.
Shout out to Raheem the Dream for telling you about making records for the ladies.
Yeah, Raheem was a legend, man. Raheem was a legend back in the day or whatever. Yeah. He was a big influence in my life. So, yeah, shout out to Raheem the Dream.
Yeah, speaking about being influencers, man, what do you want your influence to be when you say it's all said and done, you say you're done with music? Like, what do you want
I'm just out here trying to be the best I could be, like the old Army logo. The old Army logo and slogan. I put them together.
Yeah.
Nah, but I'm just saying, you know, that's definitely what I'm doing. You know, I'm out here being the best I can be, and at the end of the day, you know, if that benefits someone else, that's dope.
Yeah, that's what's up. So I see you do smoke. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's your? When did you first start smoking weed?
10.
He went all the way back. Say 10.
Stealing roaches out the ashtray. Hoping mama to whoop my ass today. Yeah, man, I mean 10, maybe 10, 11, stealing roaches out the ashtray. You know, stuff like that. You know, I don't know. I just remember smoking.
Let me tell you some wild shit. I noticed that now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like if some kid was stealing roaches out my ashtray, I would know that I left this hoe right here.
You old roach smoking ass nigga.
Yeah, I'll finish this hoe. Yeah, like if I lit this up, this is getting finished. Like
yeah, I finished this hoe.
Yeah.
No shame in it.
Nah. If I lit this, it's done.
Hey, he got a jar at home and everything. Just keep him sitting up there on the dresser. We gonna
let me tell you something.
More out of that.
Roach OG is still some of the best. Is the best strain, boy. Break them suckers down, nigga. That'd be the best high you get.
Okay then. Let me just fire this back up. We hope this come over there where you at.
So when you did you ever think about why you smoke?
Do I think about why I smoke?
Yeah, like you mentioned, you know, PTSD and people growing up.
I don't dive into it like that. You know, I just think that that's stupid, crazy, or dumb. Not calling you that. I just think you should just smoke because you smoke or just smoke because you do it. I don't think it's nobody else's business. Yeah. You don't have to come up with the 50 analogies on why. You know, I like to smoke take my Oreo with the hole in the middle and dip it in the milk. You know, all of that shit. You know, it just seems like it should take the fun out of smoking. You got them niggas. You want to go here? All right. You got them niggas who like to take the weed. I'm a trap smoker. I roll a blunt in with 3.2 seconds. I'm gonna have it roll. I'm gonna roll 4 blunts for him. Let me show you. You got to do that like to take the weed, pour it all out, take all the little pieces out, take all of this out, pile it up, break it up some more, put it in the ground. I be looking at this nigga like, nigga, would you roll that motherfucker? Like, shit just get on your nerve. Like, yeah, I'm just saying, like, you know, it ain't no art to it or whatever, you know. You're trying not to get the hole in it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only art to rolling a blunt. Like, don't have no hole in it. You know, don't give me no fluke. You feel what I just think people put too much into it.
Bro, we need to get you a TV show, man. Like how the fuck Fabo ain't got no damn TV show yet, bro? Like, VH1, somebody need this man.
Man, hey, look, what he said.
So you ready for Clark Atlanta homecoming this weekend?
Definitely, man,
Okay.
you know. And I am actually also Clark Atlanta alumni, but it's not in the way that you would think. I went to a substance abuse program there, and I finished it, yeah. I graduated.
That's what's up.
And I actually went there for summer camp one time, and I finished it. Graduated. That makes me alumni.
Yes, it does. You got a T-shirt?
Oh, boy. Don't get me talking about my T-shirts. Ooh, boy, that thing's still hanging up in my mama's closet. Don't touch that. I want people to know why, you understand me? Yeah, only college I ever been to. I'm a job coach, baby, but don't let that undermine what I just said.
Hell no, man, bro, because you about to go to Clark and shut it down.
We're gonna come out, man. We're
Yeah.
gonna come out. It's gonna be a lot of legends there.
Yeah.
You know, I'm looking forward to it. Youngbloods, wow, that's crazy, man. R.I.P. Cuddy, wow. Pastor Troy, yo, this is gonna be dope.
Yeah.
Look, Duval,
yeah.
what the? Boy, city girl winning, city. Well, I'm already getting ready. City girl winning, real hot. Boy, who? Boy, I'm sweating right now.
Bro, man, what's next for you?
Basically, man, there is no ceiling. You know, there is only the sky and space, man. You know, it's just up for me, man. Definitely from this point on, just up. You know, that's how I look at it every day when I get up. It's up. You know, I'm going out here. I'm doing the best I could do today. Yeah. You know, and that's all. You watch this. Ben, we just stepped into the future together. Wasn't it good?
Oh! Man, if that ain't some high thought.
Ooh, no, that ain't no high thought.
That's
man.
real.
Sometimes you just got to be on a higher level to understand why I just took you to.
Yeah.
You know, it's sensational, man, just to be yourself sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just be yourself. That's the most beautiful thing in the world, I think. You know, and you could be so creative and you could do so much, you know, and it's not for you, just yourself, for other people.
Yeah, bro. Well, I feel like you've added a lot to this game, and I'm blessed we all had
yeah.
a chance to experience Fabo, because
Hell
minus
yeah.
Fabo, I don't know if we would
That
have
nigga
a
said
lot.
that like I was gone. We all had
Oh,
a
yeah,
chance to experience
Experience.
Fabo.
We gotta do
Man,
the
you know,
experience
hey,
Fabo.
man, go see geekcity.com right now, GIKCITY.com for this man burying me.
You gonna wake up on the timeline tomorrow like, nah, Fabo good?
Hey, man, it's Fabo good, man. Yeah, definitely, man. Blessed, man.
Yeah.
You know.
My boy, appreciate you coming through and rocking with us today.
Barbara! Yeah! CAU! Nah, I'm just playing. Yo, it's gonna be dope, man.
Yes,
you
man.
know, can't wait.
That's what's up, man.
Oh!
That's my man Fabo, and that's CashColorCannabis, high level of conversation on LivehiphopDaily.tv.
You
We out.
said higher level of conversation?
Yes, sir.